Welcome back to class, everyone. Today we're going to learn about nouns. Specifically, we're going to talk about the definition. And for those of you who have already been taught what a noun was, don't worry. I got some information that will bring you to the next level of nouns. Oh my God, there's a bear! Well, I guess I didn't say the noun in time. If only I knew what a noun was, I might have been able to get that guy's attention before he was eaten. So why are nouns so important to you? You mean besides getting eaten by that bear? Nouns are the foundation of our language. They tell us what we're talking about, so we don't have to go over there and point at everything that we're talking about. Nouns are also constantly being made as our understanding of our world grows. Scientists of all kinds are always finding new things that we never even knew existed. Our knowledge is able to grow as we understand the world around us, and the future students get to find out everything the easy way, which is talking and reading about what is already known instead of actually discovering or inventing some new thing. If you are curious about the world around you, nouns are probably the most important part of speech there is. So, what are we going to learn about today? We are going to learn about the simple definition of a noun. This is what I call a level 1 noun. Number 2, we will learn about what a part of speech is. And number 3, we're going to learn the more complex level 2 definition of a noun. Jumping right into it, let's learn about that level 1 definition of a noun. If you've gone through primary school, I am sure you have heard of the definition of a noun as a person, place, or thing. This is true, but my level 1 definition is a little bit more complex than that. The definition of a person, place, or thing is fine for primary school, but I'm going to try to bring you to that next level. Those persons, places, and things are actual objects that you can touch or hug, but what about things you cannot touch or hug? Like time. I mean, I can hug a watch, but watches only count time. I cannot physically touch time because it's just a concept. I'm going to add that nouns are also ideas and time. Now that we have a definition that a noun is a person, place, thing, idea, or time, there's one more thing about the level 1 definition that we must understand. Each word is categorized in the English language into something called parts of speech. Parts of speech is a way humans put their words into categories to help create the rules of language. These rules are called syntax. I'm guessing some of you have never heard the word syntax, but it's a fancy way of saying grammar. Primary school usually teaches 8 parts of speech: noun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, pronoun, conjunction, interjection. These are the most common, but there are a few more. I'm one of those teachers that hates not being able to explain a question when a student asks me. So if I was to only teach these 8 parts of speech, there would be questions that I could not answer. For this reason, I teach 10 parts of speech. The 2 extras are what are called auxiliaries and determiners. I will go more into depth on these in 10 different parts of speech and other videos that I will link below. A noun is a part of speech. There is a bear! Exclamation point. Bear is the noun of this sentence. So, now we have our definition of a noun. A noun is a part of speech that tells a person, place, thing, time, or idea. That's the level 1 definition of a noun. Let's see if we can go to level 2. There is something weird with nouns. I want you to look up the words rain and fight in the dictionary. Go ahead, pause the video, look it up, I'll wait. You will notice that rain and fight, both nouns, are also verbs in the dictionary. What? How can this be? Pfft, mind blown. Well, the more you use the dictionary, the more you can see that words can be classified into more than one part of speech. And here lies the issue with the level 1 definition of a noun. For all of you learning about my level 2 definition of a noun, I want you to stop trying to point out a noun in a sentence by looking for the simple person, places, or things, and start looking for the position of the words in. How can I tell if rain or fight is actually a verb or a noun in a sentence? Let's try to put the word fight into a sentence. In order to do this, we need to put some words in front of it, like the, or a, or his, her, our, this, that. Now that you have that, you can put her fight, or our fight, and so on. All these words that come before the word fight, in order to make it a noun, are called determiners. Those words determine the fight is a noun. Oh man, determiner is one of those other parts of speech I told you about. Now that we know what a determiner is, we can add it to our level 2 definition of a noun. A noun is a part of speech that shows a person, place, thing, idea, or time, and can be preceded by a determiner to clarify it. Preceded means come before, just in case you didn't know. There's one last issue with our level 2 definition before I can call it quits. What if you do not know a word? What if it comes from a different language and someone just used it in a sentence? This is very common in Arizona with Spanish. I'm sure it is common in other areas with borders, with a country that speaks a different language. So what I say to this is that there's a classification technique that I can help you narrow down what part of speech it is, to at least be able to use deductive reasoning to establish the context. Ooh, those were some vocabulary words I used there. Deductive and context. Pause, look them up real quick. The answer to the tool you need to use is called deductive reasoning, which is the ability to determine if a word is a content word or a function word. Content words add action, objects, and ideas. In other words, content words are the actual content and the part of what you are trying to say that actually matters. Grammarians, ooh, that's a fancy name for people who study grammar. Grammarians call these open classes, and they can be nouns, verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. Open classes allow scientists to make up words, or they allow you to create a new idea that no one has ever thought of. So the opposite of open classes are called closed classes. Closed classes rarely ever get any new words. They're the determiners, the auxiliaries, the pronouns, the conjunctions. Closed class words are there to make the sentence grammatically correct, so you do not sound like Tarzan. They set the mood of what you are trying to say. Is it casual or formal? Or is it romantic? They help you determine how exact or how broad something is that you are trying to describe. Is it one candy or a few candies? And closed classes help determine what pronouns to use. Now we have our level 2 definition for nouns. A noun is a part of speech that is an open class to help determine person, place, thing, idea, or time, and is often preceded by a determiner that helps to classify it. And that's it. Dang, that was rough. All right, let's review. So, level 1 definition of a noun is a part of speech that tells person, place, thing, idea, or time. A part of speech is a way to classify all the words in English to help make the syntax correct. The level 2 definition of a noun is a part of speech that is an open class and to help determine person, place, thing, or idea, or time, and is often preceded by a determiner that helps to classify it. Hopefully there was something in this video for everyone to learn something. Don't forget to go over the different parts of speech that I will link below as I create them. And thanks for joining me. Once again, thanks for letting me teach you. See you next time. Oh my God, there's a bear!